Hi everyone, welcome back to another English practice video on the Ultimate English Practice channel with me, Gabrielle. For those of you in Canada or in America right now, I hope you all are keeping warm as it seems like our entire countries are going through like this deep freeze. So yeah, anyway, speaking of Canada and America, today I wanted to make a fun but informative video on the difference and similarities between American and Canadian English. We will focus more on differences in this video, but of course, when I point out differences, there will be some exceptions in the countries when it comes to pronunciation of words or different words that we use. So let's get started. I have many American friends, and whenever we talk and I mention that I'm from Canada, they always immediately start pointing out things that they realize I pronounce differently from them, because they need to point out that Canadians have a different accent from them. And depending on what part of Canada you're from, this may be true. But just like Canada has an accent, Americans have accents too. They have more than one, and Canada has more than one. In Eastern Canada and the Maritime provinces, people might sound more Irish. In Central Canada, more east, like Ontario, you will have the stereotypical Canadian accent, which is what I'll go over in a bit. And then if you come more to the west, where I live, we are very Americanized, and most of our words sound similar to what someone from California would sound like. So yeah, so let's get started with words in Canadian English that we say differently than the way an American would pronounce in their dialects. First word is aunt. A-U-N-T. An aunt is your mother's sister, or she can be your grandmother's sister or your great-grandmother's sister. In Canada, we say aunt. In America, most people say aunt. Hear the long O sound in there? Aunt. So in Canada, we say aunt, where it sounds more like a short A. In America, it sounds more like a long O, aunt. Next word is progress. In Canadian English, we pronounce the word progress, progress. And in America, they usually pronounce the word progress. Progress is when you're going along on a project and you're improving your work in your project and it's getting better and more is being done on it. And now the next word, as I just mentioned in my example, is project. In Canada, you usually are known to say project. I live half an hour from the border, so our English is influenced by America more, so I say project, and that is the American way of pronouncing the word project, and I say it that way too. And the next one that I'm about to say might throw you off. That is produce. Produce is usually the section in the grocery store where you buy your fruits and vegetables. Produce is how you say the word in American English. I mean Canadian English. In Canadian English, we pronounce it produce. But in America, they pronounce it produce. See the complication there? First, in Canada, we say project and progress, and all of a sudden, now we're saying produce. So that might be a bit tricky. And now, another one is actually not a word, but a letter. I've mentioned this in our alphabet videos. In Canada, for the last letter of the alphabet, we say Z. In America, they say Z. And now for a sound. A. That's the Canadian stereotype. We always say A. Well, A isn't just a word that you throw into a sentence. It's more of a questioning tone. That movie was good, eh? You want to go out for dinner with me tomorrow night? It'll be good, eh? So yeah, A is used in a questioning tone. In America, they would make more of the tone, huh? That movie was good, huh? I liked that. I think we should watch it again, huh? So yeah, in Canada, we say A, and in America, they say huh. Now, let's go into some words that are different. Now, the words I'm about to go through, Americans might understand, and even in some states might use, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to say a word that is used in Canada, and I'm going to say a word that's used in America, and I'm going to explain what word is used in which country. So let's start. The first word is washroom. In Canada, when you go to the washroom, it means you are going to use the toilet, the sink, there's a bathtub in there. And in America, they call that a bathroom. You can also say restroom, and both Canadians and Americans will understand you, but it's usually more formal. And Canadians will understand bathroom. Americans will understand washroom most of the time, but in Canada, we usually say washroom, and in America, they say bathroom. Another word is tap. Tap is a word used for tap water, when water is coming out of the tap or out of the faucet. In America, they say water from the faucet or just mineral water, but in Canada, we say tap water. But again, depends on the state. In America, then they might use that too. And another word is pop. In Canada, pop is that fizzy Coca-Cola that you like to drink on a hot day. Yes, not just Coca-Cola, but anything like Coca-Cola. Fanta, Pepsi, root beer, ginger ale, all those sort of carbonated Pepsi drinks or drinks you would get from a gas station. And in America, they call it soda or soda pop. The next word is an interesting one. So when someone asks you a question and you don't understand them, or if someone just said something in general and you didn't hear what they said, it's common to say, what? And yes, Canadians do say, what? But it's more common to see a Canadian say, pardon? Pardon me? I guess that's our Canadian politeness or formality coming out when people talk. Even I catch myself saying pardon a lot. But in America, they almost always just revert to what? So yeah. The next word is a knit cap. A knit cap in America is called a beanie. B-E-A-N-I-E. And in Canada, the word is toque. T-O-Q-U-E. Toque. A beanie or a toque is a knit cap that you put on your head in the winter. Sometimes you buy them from concerts. A knit cap is a beanie in America and toque in Canada. I will talk to my American friends and I will be like my new toque? Or I'll be on call and I'll be looking for my toque. And they'll be like, what's a toque? Another piece of clothing is a robe. So in America, they use the word robe or bathrobe. In Canada, we call it a house coat. And yes, I've always called it a house coat. A robe or a house coat is usually something you wear inside after you've had a shower, or if you just want to stay warm. So in America, it's a robe or a bathrobe, and in Canada, it's a house coat. A final example for different words in Canada and America is mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a yummy meal. It's noodles with cheese sauce on them. In Canada, we call this Kraft Dinner, or KD for short. In America, they call it mac and cheese, which is short for macaroni and cheese. In Canada, we call it Kraft Dinner because Kraft Dinner as mac and cheese is so popular here. Everyone eats it. It's like the Canadian stereotype. And in America, they know about Kraft Company, but if you say just KD, Kraft Dinner, they could think anything. They don't necessarily know that you're referring to mac and cheese. But in Canada, it's just a word. Even if you aren't making Kraft Dinner from the actual Kraft brand, sometimes we still say Kraft Dinner when we're talking about macaroni and cheese. But it's really good, especially if you add your own extra real cheese on top in the sauce. My last two examples for different pronunciations and words between American and Canadian English. So one thing is that in Canada, more often than not, we pronounce the T's in our word, like in the middle of a word, such as internet, mountain, often. In American English, they usually omit this T sound. They go mountain, often, and internet. In Canada, we do get away with doing that. Like, we do it often. Even I had to teach myself to say exactly. You used to say exactly. So yeah, depending on where you're from, what province, and what part of that province, you might have more of an American influence. And also, sorry. Sorry is the stereotypical Canadian word. We always are saying sorry for everything. We say sorry to poles for approaching them. We say sorry for anything we say after our sentences. At least I do. I overemphasize my sorry. So yes, I've been saying sorry many times now, just to give you examples. And that is how Canadian says the word sorry. We say sorry. And in American English, they say sorry. So yeah, that is our final example for a difference in pronunciation between English American words and English Canadian words. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it fun and informative. If you're wanting to learn an accent and you're now conflicted whether you should learn the American or Canadian, there's almost no difference. Just a few words, every so often pronunciation. So if you're learning the American accent, you're basically learning the Canadian accent. This video is more for fun, to relax, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please like, share, and subscribe this video. Have a good day, everyone. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thanks again. Check in next time. Bye.